Okay, so now in today's lesson, I'm going to teach you how to store something, or how to store your name inside a memory space. So now in today's video, we're going to learn how to tell the computer, okay, this is my name, store it inside a memory, which is RAM. So how can we do that? Well, first of all, we're going to learn about this term called variable. Variable, vary means change, able means I can. Do you understand? Like vary mean change, able mean I can change. So variable means store plus change. That's what variable means in programming. Variable means you can store something and later on change it. So for us to create a variable, is like we are telling the computer, okay, this is what I want you to store inside a memory. Why do you want to store something inside a memory? Because you want to use it later, just like a game. For example, you are creating game and you want to store a score. Did you play Subway Surf? Yes. So when you are playing Subway Surf, you're going to see something like the numbers counting off. Whenever you move forward and forward and forward, or you drink coins, see the number of coins increase. So where do they store that number? Where do they store the amount of coin you drink, or maybe the amount of coin you earn? That's where variable come in. They use variable where they assign a space in this RAM and they store all this data. Do you understand? So for us to create variable, it's just like we are catching one of those spaces inside a RAM and give it a name. So let's say I want to store your name. Like I say, we're going to store your name. Then we're going to say, so what are we going to call this space where we're going to store your name? Just like a place. Well, what are we going to call that place? Let's call it my name. Yes, exactly, my name. So this is the space. After we write, this is the name of the variable. So after we write the name of the variable, then we say it's equal to, then maybe your name, and yeah, something like this. So the reason why I put your name inside this quotation, because it's called a string. We want computer to look at this as a, yeah, as a normal, yes, as a normal name, not a memory space, because computer will look at this as a memory space. The reason why computer look at this one as a memory space, because we did not put it inside this quotation. Okay. Now we set this inside a memory space. Yes. Now since we set my name, then that means one of these spaces is going to be called my name. So maybe your name is inside this space, and the name of this space is called what? My name. So this is where this is where Ameris is being stored inside there. So later on, I can just write this program and tell the Python program to print whatever is inside this space, which is called what? My name. Then we're going to see your name appear. Understood? Yes, in the console. Then if I like, I can change what inside. Like I said, my name now is equals to what? What name should I use? I can put Ahmed. So now the name changed from Amir to what? Ahmad. And then yes, exactly. Then here is going to be changed to what? To Ahmad. So that's the reason why it's called what? Store and change. Now we store your name in the memory space. This is the name of the space. Then we can access that. Call what inside that space. Then we see what we store inside. This is how variable works. Then moving on, we have data types. So my question here is it only string we can store in a variable? Only your name, or maybe so the question is no. That's the reason why data type come into play. So it's not only a string we can store in a variable. We can also store number. You can also store boolean, which is I'm going to discuss about them. You can also, so these are the types of data we can store, and also we can store string. Oh, I said slash character, yes. So number is divided into two. We have integer, and then we have what? Float. So we have integer data type, and also we have float. So this integer, it means that we can also store a number. Integer is just like 20 minus 70, 11, 7, a number without a decimal point. That's what we call an integer. And floating point, yes, any amount. Then floating point is a number with decimal point. For example, 20.723 and so on. Then maybe minus 7.218 and so on and so forth. That's floating point number. Do you understand? Yes. Then Boolean is just true or false. This is what we can store inside this the memory space. We can either store true or false. So Boolean is just like a yes or no. Did you eat food? You might say yes. That means true. Did you eat food? No. That means what? False. So that's Boolean. And then string, this is what we use. And character is just a single letter. For example, like letter A or letter B. So that's what we call a character. So you can store a character inside a variable. You can store string, which is what we do here. You can store integer, float, true or false. Yes, even if it is a character, you have to put it inside the quotation. So now let's see an example before we go back to our computer and do the practical aspect. See an example of storing all these different data types in a memory. So now this is your name, then we can say GPA, then we're going to say it's equal to 4.5, for example. So this is what we create a memory space called what? GPA. Then we store 4.5, which is the floating point. That's it. So maybe your 4.5 will be storing here or maybe here. No one knows. It's just a random access. Yes. Then you have another memory space where maybe you're going to say yes, age. So this is the name of our memory space. Then we're going to say maybe 26. Then maybe your 26 will be stored here. Understood? So then the name of this space is what? It's called age. Then maybe we'll write another memory space called is alive. Then we're going to store what? True or false. So if we put true, so the moment we access is alive, we're going to see what? True. We're going to see true. So this is how we create variable. Can this this RAM? Yes, definitely it can be full. But you cannot pull it with creating variable. You can only pull it maybe when you write a program that will keep on assigning value to those spaces, keep on putting spaces all over the place. But the moment your hardware detect that you write a program that will do that, it's going to stop it automatically because it will recognize it as a virus. Because only virus will going to do that. Why will you create a program that will fill out all the memory space? So even your OS we're going to stop the program automatically. So this is how we create variables. So the reason why I did not put this boolean in a quotation is that this boolean, if I put the capital and the first letter and a capital letter, I'm telling the program like this, I write true, then the first letter is what in capital. So the computer will now understand, okay, oh, I understand, now you are talking about true. Is it any word if I put it in a capital letter? No any word. For example, if I put maybe alive, something like this, yes, Python will show you an error. It's going to think of it as a memory space. Okay. But if you put this true, Python programming knows this. So it can tell you, okay, you are talking about the actual true. And also the pause, you have to put the F in a capital letter. Pause. So any other word regarding true or false, Python will look at it as what? Memory space, not a Boolean value. Any question? No question, right? So now we understand variables store and change data type. All the data we can store in a memory space. So this is a data. 4.5 is a data. Which kind of data? If I may ask, I can say floating point data. Which kind of data is this? 26 integer. Which kind of data is this? Boolean. Which kind of data is this? So that's what we call data type. But even this age, can we change it? Yes, we can change it. For example, I can come down here and say age is equals to maybe 80. I completely change it. So whatever I store inside this memory space is now going to change to what? To 80. Okay. No question? So let's go and do the practical aspect. Okay, so in today's this is the practical aspect. We're done with the practical, and sorry, we're done with the theory. So now we're going to start doing the practical. So let me open my folder where I used to do the practical. This is my project. I haven't finished it yet. As you can see, if you become a programmer too, you want to write this very large amount of code, folder by folder, lines by lines, file by file. So this is the one I'm using test. Hmm. So now we're going to continue the practical. Uh, so we learn about variable and data type, right? Hmm. Variable and data type. So now we're going to see how are we going to create variable and access the variable and we store different kind of data in it. So to create a variable, first thing you have to do is give it a name. Like I told you, that name is a memory space. You assign that name to a memory space. So whenever you call that name, it's just like you're accessing the memory space. Then the equal sign that come in front of it. So let me write the memory space. Let me call it a name. I'm going to store or let me just store my student name, and let me call the memory space my student name. Then it's equals to, I have to put it in a string because I don't want the program to look at it as a memory space. I want it to look at it as a sequence of characters joined together like a normal word. So now I'm going to put here. So now this is the memory space. Now this memory space, we created a space in the memory and this name is assigned to that space. So it's attached to that space. So whenever we call this name, we're going to see this value that we store, or I say this data we store inside the memory space. So now if I tell the program to show me what inside my student name, then it's going to show me what I'm going to see Amir in the console. So this is where I'm going to see the output of my program. This is the text editor where I write the program. I write what I want my computer to do. When it does it, then here, this is where I'm seeing the output, whether it's correct or not. And this play button, I use it to run the program. It's just like sending the program to the computer, then the computer run the program, then I see the output here. So if I click it, now the program is being sent. As you can see, this command is telling the program to execute it. And now I'm seeing the output. This is the output. As you can see, it's showing me what Amir. This is exactly what I store. Amir, and this is what I'm seeing because I said show me what inside my student name. So now we understand how we store uh, simple data in a variable. So we have different types of data, like I said, number, floating point, and so on. And also we can change what we store inside this my student name. I can call it my student name, then I said it's equal to, let's say Ahmad, or let me just call it Peter. So now from Amir I change it to Peter, and then I print it out. So when I print it here, I'm no longer going to see an Amir, I'm going to see Peter because I changed what I store in the memory. So you see, I see the updated value, or I say data I store. So this is it. And then let me store the other types of data. For example, like Say let me start with age. So this is the memory space, the name of the memory space, then it's equal to, then this is the data where I set the value, say 28. Then GPA is equals to 4.7. This is floating point, this is integer, this is floating point. And then create a memory space called is alive. Then we store the name, we put true. So like I told you, if I put just true like this using a small letter, the program which recognize it as a true, the normal true, it will not look at it that way. But if I put the T in a capital letter, so as you can see, it changed color. It's telling the computer, okay, oh, I understand this is the true you are mean. You mean yes. So now if I can print all of this variable using this print statement. So I can come down. Then my student name, I will say age. Then here I say GPA. Here I say is alive. So even if you made a single mistake with this name, for example, here is alive, then I say is alive 1. I made a mistake. Then the program will give me an error telling me that I don't know, this is alive is not defined. You see, it's telling me is alive is not defined, but it's giving me some suggestions telling me that did you mean is alive, which is referring to this one. So I can say yes, I mean it. Then I remove the one, and now my program can recognize it. So you see, so I print my student name, enter, then the age 28, GPA 4.7, then it's alive, we store what? True. Then we see true. GPA we store 4.7 and so on. So this is how we create variable and store different data in it. This is string data type, and also we can ask the program, the computer, to tell us which kind of data did we store inside this variable. Okay. This age, can we put it in a capital letter? The age variable, yes, you can use capital letter like this if you like. It's normal. And you have to change this one also to capital letter. It's normal, you can use that. You see? And also like I said, we can ask the program to tell us which kind of data did we store inside any of these variables, inside any of this memory space. So we use this command called type. So type means tell me which kind of data type did I store. So I can say type, then I put the variable name, or I say the memory space name, then I say type my student. It's like I'm asking, okay, what type of data are we storing inside this variable? So if we print it, we're not going to see anything. You see, I'm just seeing this one, which is Peter, then the rest. So who can tell me why the reason we don't see the output? It's very simple, because we did not ask the computer to print it, right? So we can take this command and tell the computer to print it. Let me remove this one and take this and put it inside the print. So now we are telling the computer, okay, I want you to print the type of this variable. Then if we run it, now we're going to see, you see, it's showing what? Class string, right? It's telling you this is a string data type. So if I like, I can use it for the rest of the other variables. Take the age, GPA, and so now if I run it, I'm going to see all the output. It's telling me my student is what? String. Age is what? Integer. Then GPA is what? Which is this one? Second to last is what? Plot. Then is alive is what? Boolean. So now we learn how we create a variable and store data inside it. So if you learn all the basics bit by bit, then at the end of the day, we're going to come and start looking how to create a web application or artificial intelligence. So using all this thing you learn, you can make computer to do things for you. For example, I can create a program, tell the computer, okay, every day go to Facebook and make a post about me. This is what you write. So I can write that program to tell the computer. So these are the basics that you are learning, so that you can be able to communicate with your computer, to talk with your computer, to make the computer do things for you. Any crazy thing you can think of, you can make the computer to do it for you. For example, hacker learn the computer language so that it will tell the computer to figure out your password. For example, it's very difficult as a human being to sit down and start guessing a password. Keep guessing, keep guessing, keep guessing. So a hacker who know programming language, he can write a program to tell the computer, keep guessing the password until you get it right. Let me go and come back. So you just write the program and he left. Then the computer will sit down, keep guessing the password until it get the correct password. And the moment computer get your password, you are screwed. So this is how hackers use it. So not only hackers, programmer, artificial intelligence engineers, they learn the programming language to talk to computer to make the computer do things. So this is the point of learning programming language, especially Python. Any question? Okay, what's your question? Like in Java, you can print everything using this concatenation. So is it different from the way we print in Python? Yes. Yes. No. If I like, I can do it like this. I can take this and put comma. So it's like I'm telling the Python, okay, I want you to print all of them in the same line, these two. So if I run it, I'm going to see them in the same line. See? Yes, in one line. If I want to bring that down, change it. Yes, you can. Yes, we have another function which is tell the program to convert things. For example, I can say something like int. So this int function, whatever I put inside it, if it is a floating point like this, is going to change it to what? To an integer. So if I put GPA, so what did we store inside GPA is a floating point data type, right? And now if I print it, oh what? If I print it, I'm going to see so I'm going to see 4. You see, it removed that 0.7. It removed it, completely changed it to integer instead of leaving it as a float value. So any question? So if there is no question, we come to the end of this class. Then tomorrow we're going to continue and discuss about since today we learn about variable and data type, then tomorrow we're going to learn about data structure. So now all what we learn is single value, single memory space. So what if I have like thousands of value, hundreds of value, then I want all of them to be assigned to a single memory space. How can we do that? Then tomorrow we're going to learn.